As ever, we're going to dive straight into the free bet information, and with Unibet you get a 50% bonus on your first bet of £30 or more. This is up to £15 worth of bonus money that you can get. Unfortunately, it's only if your bet loses, which we think is a little tight. We'd like to see a free bet anyway. There's quite a few terms and conditions for it. We're not going to go through all of these on this video. You can check out the text below if you're on onlinegamblingreviews.org already, or if you're on YouTube, just simply click the link in the description and we'll tell you all about what you need to know. So, moving into the sportsbook, one thing we will mention about design is that it looks great. I don't know if you picked up this on the video though. It is a little sluggish, we will have to say. You know, we're running a high-speed fibre optic broadband here, and it just takes a few seconds to load up, and even flicking between the just scrolling up and down the home page, sorry, it's not as smooth as you might hope. This is because it's not an HTML5 designed site, which a lot of them are, which really speeds things up. We think it's some sort of Java or Flash player, which seems to be loading up. But once it is up there, I mean, it looks fantastic. I'm sure you'll agree. Everything about the site we think looks great. In fact, it's arguably one of the best design sites we've come across. Absolutely love it. I don't know if it's just the green or the colours or whatever, but it looks absolutely fantastic, if a little sluggish. Now, the first thing we want to mention is the sports section down here on the left hand side. It actually shows the markets that are available for each sport, and while there is a good range of sports there, you will notice that the range of markets is a little low with some of them. You can see football is so far out in front. There's 22,000 markets here, and we would hazard a guess that there probably isn't 5,000 markets made up from all the other sports combined. So obviously football is a massive part of this. One big omission that we did find from the site is that they don't actually cover any horse racing. Now, we know that a lot of the readers who will be watching this review, a lot of the viewers, watching this review will be UK based, and we know horse racing is a big part of the UK bookmaking industry. So to not have it was very, very surprising, really. Next section we want to talk about is their live betting section, and this is what has really drawn us into the site. We think it's absolutely fantastic. Not only here do they cover a lot of markets, a lot of sports, it's bang up to date, and you can basically click on each sport and you get an overview of what's going on, all the markets, and it includes live streaming. You've got to be logged in. We're not actually logged in at the minute, but I mean, it's just such a fantastic console really for live bettors, that you can watch the game and view the markets and watch them change sort of every few seconds and just know exactly what's going on. It really is a top addition. And on top of that, you can go to Unibet's TV section, and this is one of the most comprehensive we've come across in the industry. You know, these guys are really making a push for this live betting and TV streaming, and we just think it's fantastic. You can see all the sports that they offer here. We will say a lot of them are made up of lower league football, foreign to UK users, ice hockey, basketball. In fact, there's a lot of American sports. The whole site is a big American sports theme, really. So, which if you're into those kind of sports, then Unibet is definitely going to be the site for you. But what we really like is the fact that when you click on the markets, obviously this game's not on until tomorrow. This is a ice hockey game. There's a little stats section here which brings up a new screen, and it shows you an absolute ton of information on the game that's upcoming. It's not too dissimilar for those of you who are familiar to Bet365. They have a very, very similar stats section, but you can see there's loads of information there to start placing your bets and working out more profitable bets. Obviously, you can see at the top the latest odds. Down the left hand side, you've got all the different sports as well, which you can choose an absolute ton of stats, which is a really excellent feature. So yeah, overall we're really impressed with the site. We think it's really solid. There's a few minor niggles in terms of like the loading time, and the fact that there's no horse racing on there is a huge downside for a lot of UK bettors. But for those of you who aren't betting on horse racing, you like your US based sports or even just your football market, then Unibet must be a place that you try out.